A group was camping deep in the woods, thinking they'd have a chill night together. But then they heard chanting, went to take a look, and caught this on camera. Take a look.
Yeah.
Can they? Oh my.
I don't know. The camera can't pick it up. They're literally dancing. What are they doing?
It seemed like some sort of creepy ritual. Someone seemed to notice them, and they quickly went back to their camp, contemplating if they should just leave or just stay really quiet for the rest of the night. I believe they eventually left. Do you think it was a cult performing a ritual, or something else? Maybe cosplayers? A Redditor's son and nephew were night fishing near a bridge when they heard clicking noises and saw something move. A little while later, they aimed the camera toward the source of the sounds, and their son shouted at it to show itself. That's when they caught this.
Shine right where you were. Shine there. What the fuck is that? I'm from PA, I don't even know what that is. Shit, I lost it, wait. Just peeking out and looking at us. What the fuck is that?
A pale figure peeked from behind the wall. As soon as they realized it wasn't anything normal, they fled. Later, when they watched the footage, they were even more terrified, now that they could see it more clearly. They posted it on Reddit, asking others to explain what they had encountered. What do you think it is? A man was driving through the desert one quiet afternoon. Then, in the middle of the heated sand dunes, something caught his eye. A strange glimmer far ahead. From far it looked like metal catching the sun. Curious, he slowed down, pulled over, and stepped out. There was not a single soul in sight. At first he thought it might be an electrical line, but he was wrong. There was literally nothing but that light. Not that he could see, at least. Is this some sort of natural phenomenon? Can someone explain? TikToker I Do What I Want uploaded this video of her day at the beach.
And we're just going to sit down, and all of a sudden she goes, "Brandy, what is that?" And I turn over to my left, and it's a whole ass video cassette in a plastic bag sitting on a rock in an odd ass place. And that is before the flood. Oh my god, this could be a fucking murder mystery.
It looked like someone had left it there on purpose. Curious, she took it with her and searched for a VCR. Then they finally played the tape.
Alright guys, it's time.
Wait, what was it?
Girl,
There was some guy in the mirror looking like a devil.
talking to himself, no. What the fuck are they saying though? I don't know.
It looked dark and unsettling, but they couldn't quite make out what they were looking at. Who put this tape there and why? What did it truly show? A young man was exploring a quiet town with his camera, long past midnight. When he reached a small bridge, he saw something move in the shadows.
¿Qué es eso, güey? Loco. ¿Vieron eso blanco?
According to him, it was a large white creature. Instead of running, he walked closer, believing it might be the Cadejo Blanco. In Latin American folklore, the Cadejo Blanco is a mysterious, dog-like spirit, said to appear to travelers at night. Unlike its dark counterpart, the Cadejo Negro, which brings harm and fear, the white Cadejo is believed to protect those who have lost their way. As he neared the bridge, he heard this.
Vimos el Cadejo Blanco. ¡Ay, Dios! ¡Dios! Tocaron.
Knocking sounds coming from close by. And whatever was out there vanished into the dark. In March 2022, these explorers went deep into an old American forest, searching for an abandoned railway bridge hidden in the woods. At first, everything was calm and silent, but then a strange sound started coming from nearby. Something moved close.
You take that one path up here. Yeah. Is that right there? Yeah. Take to the babies. Oh, baby. Okay, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to. What the hell was that? Alright, let's keep fucking moving. Yeah. It's coming from up there. I don't even know if I want to. We'll see what it is, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, this is like something fucking unknown. Let's be safe how long we're out here, because I think there's a storm coming. It's getting real windy. Alright. Okay, go. That's pretty loud. That's close. Okay, stay moving. I don't. Okay. Oh, go. It's coming. Oh, crap. Wait. Go. Wait. Holy, I think I saw it. Go.
They fled, knowing they were being followed. They made it safely to their car. Later, when they reviewed the footage, they noticed two glowing eyes staring at them. It seemed as tall as a person, but human eyes don't glow like that. It must have been something animal-like. Like Bigfoot. A man was climbing a Carday rock when suddenly rocks came flying down the cliff right at his face. He posted a photo online saying, "Never let your kids throw rocks off cliffs, especially when people are climbing." The kids and their parents probably didn't realize someone was below, so this serves as a good reminder for everyone. Even when you don't expect anyone to be there, always be careful. The climber was fine and wasn't seriously injured, but it could have been much worse. YouTuber Dancer1 decided to do something few would ever dare. He snuck into Bohemian Grove, deep in the woods of California. For over a century, this is where the elite have gathered. Presidents, actors, and powerful men, all meeting around one thing: the Owl God. There are countless eerie conspiracies about what really happens here, but Dancer1 wanted proof. So he made a plan and ventured inside. He later said that the whole time he could hear owl sounds echoing through the forest. But the disturbing part, it didn't sound like a real owl. It sounded like someone or something imitating one. As he explored deeper into the area, he filmed inside one of the old cabins, then made his way to the giant owl statue itself.
Yeah. This is the owl statue. What the? No way.
After wandering around for a while, the uneasy feeling grew stronger, and he decided it was time to leave. Fortunately, he made it back to his kayak safely, For the full video, make sure to check out his channel. These two people were out on a tour in Gettysburg, just snapping a few photos of the open field. But in one image, they noticed something strange. In the distance, a dark figure stood still. Gettysburg is infamous for strange sightings, a place where many believe the spirits of fallen soldiers still walk. So what did they really capture that day? The trick of the light, or a ghost still wandering the battlefield? Valerie from Adventure Travel and Raw Moments was hitchhiking alone through Turkestan when her trip took an unsettling turn.
So lucky I met this family. They were so sweet. And they took me like 1 hour from Turkestan to Astambab. I wanted to come here because there's a beautiful mausoleum and a mosque, and it's a bit more rural here. It was like dirt road, nothing to see, but yeah, that's Kazakhstan. I love that. So cool. And now I'm looking for a spot to set up my tent, somewhere with a good view. I would love to wake up and see the mausoleum in the morning. So
after being dropped off by a friendly family in Airistan Bab, she set up camp near a mosque, a beautiful but exposed spot. But then this happened.
I had probably slept for 1 hour until I heard a noise. It was the horses coming closer to my tent.
hello.
So I opened the door to watch them and welcome them. But then a car approached. There is someone in the car. I hope he doesn't mind me camping here on his ground.
Қазақша білмейді екен деп ағыз.
WhatsApp берші, жаңа телефонды.
Bye bye. Thank you. Kata Rahmat. Thank you. Bye. What was that? It was so weird. Okay, so obviously these people are the owner of the field and the horses. So they came to check on them and they saw my tent, and I was already watching the horses. So I went outside to speak with them and ask them if it's okay that I sleep here on their field.
The encounter was a little awkward, but the couple seemed friendly and harmless. But later that night, around 3 a.m, the same car returned. This time with only the man, his wife no longer with him.
I can't believe I just called this man friendly. I'm so disappointed. It's 3 a.m. I heard a noise, someone was saying something. I opened the door of my tent, and then he was there again, like very close. And he was like making a kissing gesture. And I said, what? I was still like, I didn't understand what was going on because I just woke up, and he really tried to go into my tent. I had to stop him and push him away, and he said, what are you doing? No. Like clearly said, no. And he wouldn't understand, like he wouldn't want to understand. I was like in such a shock because I didn't get why, like what was happening, and I kept saying no, and he wanted to still like come inside. Eventually he said, yeah, phone to speak, like Google Translate, and I said, no, leave me alone, no, go. And I think I said this for 2 minutes straight until he finally left. But man, I've never had that before. And yeah, now he went back into his car. I don't know. Will he return or not?
Days later, editing this footage, Valerie reflects on what she could have done differently. The encounter left her shaken. This wasn't the story she wanted to tell, but it became the story she needed to share. A backpacker had booked an Airbnb with his family for the weekend. Everything seemed normal until the host stepped out from a hidden door behind a bookshelf.
Hello?
Oh, hi.
What the hell?
What? This is my house.
Yeah, but I'm renting this off you from on Airbnb.
Yeah, but I still live here.
Imagine that. You're alone in your Airbnb and suddenly someone walks out of the wall. With his kids sleeping in the Airbnb, it was absolutely disturbing and weird. Have you ever had any strange Airbnb experiences? Share them in the comments. A man was walking home when he recorded this clip.
And I swear I just seen something moving. Right in the trees in here. Watch, wait for it. You're gonna see it. See that? What is that? I don't know. That's the way I gotta go.
He wanted to run, but couldn't. He had to go that way. Summoning his courage, he moved closer, only to realize it wasn't a creature at all. It was just a person standing in a strange position. What that person was doing there is unknown, but at least it didn't seem like anything to worry about. He continued his walk, now without fear. These girls booked an Airbnb during their backpacking trip. They noticed there was a locked door in the house. Curious, they decided to look under the door with their phone, and this is what they caught.
Why is this door locked? Airbnbs, mate. What's under the tablet? What's under there? I want to have a look.
A creepy statue stood behind the door. At least, that's what we assume it is. Many commenters suggested, are you sure it's not a person? Which makes the whole situation even creepier. But if it was just a mannequin or statue, why was it there, locked behind a door? After that, staying in that Airbnb didn't feel so safe anymore. Victoria Rose, a solo female van lifer, was camping in the New York woods on August 13th, 2023, enjoying a peaceful night alone. But around 1:20 a.m., her quiet spot was invaded by a large pickup truck that pulled up right beside her. A family got out, unloading gear and blocking her Jeep in completely. What began as confusion turned into fear and frustration. Their behavior felt aggressive and disrespectful.
What the fuck?
You guys gonna kick me out of this spot? Are you guys gonna move your truck so I can at least leave? You're gonna move your truck so I can leave? Huh? Well, it's kind of weird that I was put. Well, I am. Well, now I have to like leave because there's no way I can sleep like this. Can you at least ask, like, or say excuse me or something? Like, I was camped here.
I understand. We told you we didn't know there was anybody in there.
Right, but can you like say like yeah, but it's just common courtesy to say sorry. I didn't realize. Is it okay if we camp here? But it's like this is the spot that I got. It's just strange. It's rude. I don't really know where to go or what to do. It's like 2 in the morning. This is so strange. I'm
never had this happen out west.
With no safe way to stay and too tired to drive, Victoria had to make a difficult choice. In the end, she left her carefully chosen campsite behind.
Some lines, but I hate driving at night, especially when I'm this tired because it's like nearly 3 in the morning. It was just a weird situation. I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you do? Infiltrating. It's so loud too. So I just had to drive to a rest stop. I didn't want to make a big deal because there was kids. It's so rude. Like, they're so rude, and they're just like not looking at me, acting like I wasn't even there, and I was standing there, like, hey, can you at least say excuse me, or can you say sorry, or can you at least ask me for the campsite, even though like that's rude in itself. Like, it's 2 in the morning. The camping culture in the West versus the East is so much different.
Though shaken, she viewed the experience as a lesson about safety, awareness, and the difference in camping culture between West and East. Her journey continued, but the frustration of that night stayed with her. This Reddit user was driving home after a trip on a quiet Sunday night in Australia. It was around 8:30 p.m. when something unusual caught their eye near the side of the road. A red balloon tied to a metal grate. Curious, they stopped the car and walked back to check. Something I definitely wouldn't recommend doing. Hanging from the same string was a taped plastic bag. Fortunately, there was nothing disturbing inside, just light plastic bits. Still, seeing a single red balloon in the dark, tied like that, was definitely creepy. No clowns were spotted nearby, but it left one question behind. Who tied it there, and why? A driver was following a car on a snowy mountain road when a gust of snow briefly obscured the vehicle. When the snow cleared, the white car had vanished, leading commenters to call it the ghost car incident. Many believe it simply sped off while hidden in the snow, but even if that's the case, it moved at lightning fast speed. Driving in such conditions is extremely dangerous. It just seems so unlikely. What do you think? A man drove near Area 51, a place rumored to keep aliens. He was in Rachel when he filmed something he couldn't explain. A strange object flew over the mountains, then a blinding flash, and it vanished. Slowed footage makes it look even stranger. Was it alien? Secret tech? Area 51 keeps its secrets well. Half a mile from Rainbow Falls trailhead in the Smoky Mountains, a hiker and his son were heading down the trail. But then they stopped, and this is why. A black bear stood right ahead, staring at them, silent and still. For 20 seconds, no one moved. Then it turned, crossed the creek, and disappeared into the woods. It looked far away on video, but in person, it was close. Too close. Now they had to make their way out of there, knowing bears might be hiding. A man was on a motorcycle trip when he came across the strangest sight.
Technologia!
A car, completely wrecked, was still driving down the highway. As they passed, a man was casually behind the wheel, acting as if nothing was wrong, even though his door was missing. Did he just keep driving after an accident? What was going on here? One thing's for sure, it couldn't have been safe, but it sure looked funny. A man and his wife had gone up an old hunting stand in a quiet forest, hoping to spot some animals passing by. For a while, nothing strange, just squirrels darting and raccoons digging around. Then, suddenly, a sound echoed through the woods. It was deep and low. Was it a mountain lion, a bear, or something we don't know? The couple didn't recognize the sound, and they seemed to know wildlife quite well. A student visited Kirkstall Abbey Museum with her father during their trip. The caretaker let them take a few last photos before closing. They were the only ones inside. Later at home, they looked through the pictures, and one photo showed something baffling. A little boy running by. She and her father swore no one else was there, and even the museum owner couldn't explain it. There doesn't seem to be any other explanation, except that it might be a ghost. This Reddit user was hiking near Dover, Tennessee. The first day went perfectly fine, but by the end of the second day, his legs were covered, hundreds of sea ticks clinging to his skin. He used rubbing alcohol and scratched for nearly an hour until his skin burned. This photo was taken 4 days after he'd removed them. A disturbing reminder: always protect yourself when hiking through tall grass or wooded trails. A trucker was making a long haul up to Monterrey, Mexico. Nothing unusual. Meanwhile, back at the home office, the supervisor decided to check in via a remote camera inside the truck. On the monitor, the supervisor didn't see an empty passenger seat. Instead, a pale-faced woman was sitting right beside the driver, even though company rules strictly forbid picking up passengers. The supervisor immediately sent a message: "Who is that in your passenger seat?" The driver thought his boss was joking, so he just kept trucking. When the truck finally pulled into the terminal, the driver was sat down and shown the dashcam footage. He vehemently swore he had been alone the entire trip, but the recording told a different story. From start to finish, she had been there. Her clothing didn't seem contemporary, and she doesn't look normal. If this is genuine footage of a ghost hitchhiking is unknown. But if it is true, that driver probably never wanted to pull another midnight shift again. While driving home, a man saw something strange.
I genuinely thought I was tripping. Like, I thought that, I don't know, I thought everything was going back in time, man. I don't know what I thought, but it wasn't good.
For a moment, he thought he was losing it. You just don't expect to see someone running backwards so smoothly. I can understand how that would be a confusing sight. Was it a glitch in the Matrix? Who knows? A group was enjoying a sailing trip off the coast of Miami. Suddenly, a bright light appeared beneath the water.
If it blows up. Yeah, that's how you recording it. You know we witnessing something.
Some guy said it was probably scuba.
Scuba?
Some guy down there saying somebody's scuba diving.
Just one person illuminating that brightly? Yeah, it's moving? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and it keep flashing too. Like,
Scuba diver doesn't flash.
And he going to stay underwater for 2 minutes to scuba dive.
Okay, we're trying to figure out what this is off of the...
It moved slowly, gliding just under the waves. They watched, trying to explain what they were seeing, but no one knew what it was. Some online said it was just a diver or a natural light phenomenon. Others believed it was something more mysterious. What do you think it was? Could it have just been a diver? A man was traveling by bus when some passengers noticed something strange. The truck driving next to them had no one in it. The man grabbed his camera and recorded this clip.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto, mira? ¿Qué es esto? Ahí tiene chofer esa camioneta. Está loco, a quemar de plata. ¿Ah? No hay nadie. Este sí que es una camioneta fantasma. Una Ford vieja, boludo. Quedamos cagados de miedo con el pelado, mirá.
It was going pretty fast, and it was clearly empty. It also didn't look like one of those self-driving cars. It was old and rusty. It kept moving closer, almost hitting the bus. The man recording had no explanation for what he was seeing. Was it a ghost driver? He wondered. An explorer was deep in the Brazilian jungle when he passed by a man known as the loneliest man in the world. The last member of his tribe, living completely alone on a territory of more than 8,000 hectares. He built huts, hunted, and dug dozens of mysterious pits no one ever understood. For decades, very little was known about him. Only one photo from 1998 showed him alive, looking healthy, surviving on papaya, corn, and wild game. Experts estimated his age to be just over 50. By law, no outsiders were allowed to enter his territory. He never made direct contact with anyone beyond his tribe. He didn't want to be approached. He fired arrows at anyone who came close. In 2022, they found his body in a hammock, covered with macaw feathers. He was about 60 years old. And for more, watch this next video.